He claimed his girlfriend died in a freak accident.
So right there is when I saw this was in her. And she didn't say anything. She didn't scream or anything. I just saw it in her.
But the evidence told a completely different story.
Please leave. Because technically I could shoot your ass if you keep
Go ahead, do it. Shoot my ass.
Leave.
Shoot my ass. Go ahead.
This is Inside the Crime, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Elizabeth Millner. Before we get to this case, there's a reason Law&Crime is the go-to spot for true crime content, just like there's a reason Morgan & Morgan is America's largest personal injury law firm. They have more than 1,000 attorneys and have recovered $25 billion for more than 500,000 clients. In the past few months alone, a client in Florida received $12 million when insurance offered just $350,000. And in Pennsylvania, another client was awarded $26 million. 40 times the insurer's offer. Morgan & Morgan makes it so easy to fight for what you deserve, you can even start a claim from your phone. So if you're injured, you can start a claim at forthepeople.com/insidethecrime. Click the link below or scan the QR code on your screen. Now, not a lot of accidents leave this many questions, and not many arguments end with a spear in a woman's chest. It's July 12th of 2019. We're in Hallandale Beach, Florida, located about 15 miles north of Miami. A woman and her friend had a night out on the town, but late into the night, a 911 call comes in.
I'm not sure what happened or what she got hit with, but I know that there's blood on the floor. She is 100% unconscious.
Who hit her?
I'm not sure. I don't know what happened.
Are you with her now?
I didn't see her.
Are you with her now?
Just a second. Adam, I need you to back up so I can see if she's conscious, okay? Okay, she's unresponsive. She's unresponsive to painful stimuli, okay?
Okay, no, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. Did somebody attack her?
I'm not sure. I don't know what happened.
Officers respond to the home of 32-year-old Silvia Galva. The scene was horrific and gruesome. Silvia was lying in a pool of her own blood, barely clinging to life.
Blood everywhere, all over the floor, all over the floor, all the way back to her. Something to do with a weapon that's inside that room. The scene secured to the right, all the way to the back.
Was it a gunshot wound?
No, I don't know if it's a gunshot wound or a sword or what, but it's a little chaotic in there right now. We're trying to figure out what's going on.
It's a very small apartment. So, I mean, the problem is there's blood everywhere. So, what you thinking? We got her on the couch and he's in the kitchen. Other than that, there's only a small little bathroom. And then we can put him in a good hole. The only thing we do is take one out. But even then, we could probably take her out because she's probably going to be. We take her out here. She's covered in blood, like her face and her hands. It looks like a horror movie.
Little was known at this point as first responders tried all they could to save her life. Meanwhile, officers tried to piece together what happened.
So she comes home tonight, about 20 minutes ago.
I heard them they were good. I haven't heard them until about maybe 15. I tell you, what time is it now, officer? Probably about 2 o'clock. About 1:45.
Okay.
And I heard him in there, and then I heard her crying. I figured he beat her up again because this is probably like the third time. I heard more than that. I know he's been arrested twice for beating her up, but she drops the charges.
Okay.
And I heard them, I heard them crying, and I heard her crying and everything. And then
How many of them live there?
Only I hear another girl's voice in there because I heard her call the ambulance, and he was trying not to make her call her because I know he's got a lot of complaints against him.
Okay, the girl that's in there now with her?
I never
Do
saw
they live
her.
in here?
No.
They don't?
No.
Do you know if she lives in the building?
No, I never even saw her before, but she doesn't live in the building, no.
Okay.
Because she's
All right,
probably...
so 15, 20 minutes before we get called, you hear her crying?
Yeah, I hear her crying, and then I came out. I figured he beat her up again, and then I
Was she out here?
She wasn't out here. I heard the other girl's voice say, we need to call an ambulance. We need to call an ambulance. Adam, that's his name. And he was like, oh no, please don't.
Okay. Hey, I want this whole thing locked down. I want a crime scene logged now. I don't know who she is. I don't know who he is. But neither one of them are leaving us. Honey, go with them.
Yeah.
Go with them. Keep me updated and let me know where you're going. All right, come back inside, please. Come back inside. She's got help. They're going to take her to the hospital. We need to piece this back together.
I don't even have her dressing on though.
I want them separated. We'll find out what's going on. No, you can't. All right.
As officers were left with a blood-soaked scene, Silvia is being rushed to the hospital. It seemed there was no question they were looking at a crime. Police say Silvia was stabbed in the chest, so they needed to speak with everyone who was inside that apartment, even if emotions were running high. First, officers spoke with Silvia's best friend, Morgan, who was visiting from out of town.
It's like, bro, if this was your best friend, you'd be upset too. Like, come on now. Like, I'm covered in my best friend's blood from me to toe, and y'all are telling me that I can't emotion about it? Like, y'all are bro? Like, on some real I worked with y'all. I work as an EMT. Like, I work with you downtown Denver. I work with Denver Health on a daily basis, so I just don't understand why y'all think it's appropriate to tell me that I'm not allowed to have emotion. That's not fucking fair. If it was your best friend, tell me you wouldn't be acting like this.
Can I tell you something while you're talking?
Yes, you can tell me whatever you want because yes, you can tell me whatever you need to.
Alright, we don't do it. There's a if you were an EMT, then you should be able to figure out why we're acting the way we're acting.
No, I don't. To be completely honest with you, you guys acting like you have no emotion towards the entire situation makes absolutely no sense to me. Because at the end of the day, whether you're cops, whether you're investigators, whether you're EMTs, whether you're paramedics, you're still human beings at the end of the day. You're still human beings at the end of the day. And them motherfuckers out there aren't acting like human beings. They're acting like cops. And that's not fair. Like, act like human being at the end of the day. Like, I know that y'all go home to your families, right?
Can you think of a situation where we might not be able to act like human beings?
Honestly, I don't know because I don't know what happened. So I don't know for sure.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. So I get what it looks like, but I don't know for sure.
Neither do we, which is why we have to treat it like what it looks like.
I get that, but at the end of the day, I was the one that made the call. I was the one that performed CPR. I was the one that was like, I need an ALS rig. I need an inclusive dressing. So I just don't understand why.
And we are not concerned.
Did I not put one on there?
And we are not concerned with your actions. And we are not concerned with what you are saying. I'm completely supportive of you having emotions. I'm completely supportive of you having all this distress, this trauma, this is up. Okay.
Right, but if the cops upstairs acted like that, then I would understand, and that's fine.
But there is a reason for that. Because it's not, like I said, it's not you that we're concerned about. And there's only one other person in that room. So it's not a very big logical step to figure out what's going on here. Alright? I can't tell you anything because it's an ongoing investigation. I know you're but if you can
obvious what went on, but I don't know.
Right. And if you can make one more logical step as to why we're acting like this, it'll make a little more sense to you. And it's not because we're trying to be to you. It's because we don't need you and him talking. And because we don't need him being influenced.
According to the police report, Morgan found Silvia with an object coming out of her chest. That object, police later confirmed, was a 12-inch double-sided blade from a spear. Morgan reportedly told police when she woke up she heard arguing. Then when she went to check on things, she saw Silvia's boyfriend holding her from behind. Police ID'd her boyfriend as a then 43-year-old Adam Crespo. When detectives sat him down for an interview, he was more than willing to give his side of the story.
I went to pick her up. I guess Morgan was having a bad day. We went to go to a hotel outside, Hotel to Diplomat. It's like a little bar area outside. So we went, we had some drinks, and they went in the pool. I guess they had already been drinking. I had one drink, and then I said I would like to go home. So I'm going home, but the reason why I was pressing to go home was because I saw that my girl was drunk. When she gets a little drunk, she gets a little belligerent or gets a little angry. So I kind of just wanted to go home. And so we went home, and I went quickly to bed. During these times, I mean, we've been having hard times during the week, if not the month. She's been very erratic and angry, especially when she's drinking. And I guess I was just so used to this happening, I just wanted to go to sleep and go to bed. You know, she's been very, you know, claiming to be suicidal, claiming to, you know, want to leave. And I'm like, okay, well then let me go to sleep and you go do your thing. But she just keeps coming back and barraging me and screaming at me and yelling at me. And, you know, I was just, listen, I want you out. Just, you can go outside, because you can leave, you go to the couch or whatever. But she was just, kept coming back in. And I tried to, the door, you saw there's a door that was broken. The front door to the thing, I usually have a weight to put in front. The reason why that was broken was because she was attempting to commit suicide, and I had broken it in to prevent it, and that's why it was broken. And so I had been putting weights in front of the door to keep her from coming back inside. And you can see that there should be weights by the door. So she kept barging back in, and I'm like, listen, I don't want to have this conversation when you're drunk. You know?
This is tonight?
That was tonight, yes. I mean, other nights this has been happening, is her, you know, being drunk and belligerent.
Okay. I just was making sure I'm following the story properly.
Yeah, yeah. So, no, because I'm telling you what led up to this, because at this tonight, I was just going to bed, going to sleep, trying to avoid the problem, trying to avoid when she gets like that, because, you know, she's angry. You know, she has a lot of things going on in her life that has been pissing her off, and I guess sometimes, you know, I become the punching bag for it. And, you know, but this, you know, I just wanted to sleep, and I was in the bed, and she just kept coming in and barraging. And at some point, she just threw herself in the bed, and I had to tell her, please get out. I'd rather you just sleep on the couch. And, you know, she was just like, no, I'm not going to leave. And I'm like, well, I think you should leave, because, you know, I don't want you here, and you're going to get angry, and I'm really sick and tired of this type of drunk behavior. So I said again, requested her to leave. She didn't want to leave again. So then at this point, I dragged her by her feet off the bed. Like, if you're not going to leave, I'm going to drag you by the feet and get off. Actually, it was the blanket, and I'm pulling her. And as I'm pulling her by her legs, then I have those two spears. God, I don't know why I have them now. But I have these two spears. I'm a martial artist, so I guess I put them there. The decorative, it has you didn't think it would be bad. They have covers on them. Never thought it would be bad. And I guess when I'm pulling her off the bed to the door, she had grabbed it. It had snapped. And I guess, because I didn't realize anything had happened until I got to the door, when I turned around, I saw it in her. And then that's when everything happened. And then I saw it in her, and I freaked out. And I told Morgan to call 911, and Morgan is a EMT or an ex-EMT, and she assisted me. We called 911. 911 was on the phone while we tried to resuscitate her, or, you know, tried to prevent anything worse from happening. And at that point, you know, that's all I remember. I mean, there was blood everywhere, and I was freaking out. And that's when everybody finally came, and it was on. I believe we were still on the phone with the 911 call while we were trying to resuscitate her.
Officials confirmed Silvia died from her injuries, but still Adam appeared surprisingly calm throughout his police interview. Medical staff at the hospital reportedly told police the spear blade had pierced Silvia's sternum at an angle, and that she also sustained a wound to her back that was consistent with a puncture. When the blade punctured Silvia, Adam said that he was hoping that her injuries weren't too bad, so he decided to pull the spear out of her chest.
She kept barging in, and she kept going in, and she wouldn't leave. And at the last minute, she just jumps on the bed, and that's when I was like, look, please leave. Please, I just want you to leave. I just want you to go to the living room, sleep it off, whatever. Just let me stay here. And yeah, and she's like, no, I'm not going to leave, and, you know, you, and being belligerent. And I was like, look, I can't take it anymore. So I grabbed her ankles, and I started pulling, and I guess that's exactly what happened when she was going off the bed. She had grabbed the stick, and, you It went down, cracked, and I didn't realize anything had happened until I was already like right where we were. I don't know if you were there, but it was right by the mirror.
Okay.
Right in front of the bathroom. So right there is when I saw this was in her, and she didn't say anything. She didn't scream or anything. I just saw it in her, and when I took it out, I saw the damage. I saw the blood spill.
So you took the knife out of her?
I took, because it was in
The
her.
spear?
The spear tip. It was in her. Yes, I took it out, and that's when it all spilling out, and I freaked out, and I told Morgan to call 911, and she did. And that's what my recollection is.
So after you pulled it out is when you told Morgan to call 911?
Yes, well, when I realized the damage, when it was in, and once it happened, that's when I try to hold down the blood. I see that there's blood on the floor. I freak out. I open the door to go tell Morgan, please to call 911. She does. She comes into the room. I'm pressing. She starts the CPR. 911 is on the phone. She had left right there by the. I have a little fake fireplace, so she left it right there. And they talked us through it while we were going through it the whole time. So we were, I was breathing, and she was pumping, and I was breathing, and I said I'd never done it before. But.
So does she comes in the room, you ask her to leave. She doesn't do it. Is there anything else that goes on?
That I asked her to leave?
After that, yeah.
She kept
Is there
coming back
any,
in.
are you yelling at her?
No, she's yelling at me. I wasn't yelling at her.
Screaming?
I was telling her to get out. That was about it. Like, I don't want this. You know, when you're sober, please leave. Please go out to, and that's, if I was yelling that, yes, then I was yelling
Does
that.
she, what does she actually say to you?
Well, she was just saying, no, I'm not gonna leave. And, you know, and you're gonna have to throw me out of the house. And I'm like, I don't want to throw you out of the house. I just want you to leave the room. And she was like, oh, you're gonna have to kill me. And I don't wanna kill you. I don't wanna do it. I just want you out. I just want you to go into the living room. And that's when I grabbed her. I was like, no. I had to do what I had to do to get her out. And I grabbed her by the ankle, and then that's when it happened. That was a stupid mistake.
Did you actually see her grab the spear?
I saw her grabbing the spear as I was pulling her, but I just, because I'm pulling her and my back is to her as I'm pulling her. So I do hear a snap, and that by that point, it's not too far away from the bed to where the bathroom is, right there. And that's when I had turned around, and was pulling, and then I saw it in her, and then I stopped. And again, that's when I tried to. I didn't realize the damage. I really didn't realize what had happened.
Was there any screaming?
She didn't scream. Nothing. She didn't make a sound. She didn't make a sound. And when I had went to pull it out, I saw a lot of blood coming out of her throat. That's when I panicked. And again, that's when I got Morgan. And she didn't scream at all. She didn't yell out, nothing. I didn't really even notice the damage. I thought even just having it in her hand, maybe, I didn't even realize it was really on her.
Did you, so when you pulled it out, how much of the shaft of the spear
Well, it was just, well, the head was in, but the shaft might have been about that tall. It was broken, obviously.
So out of her body, the shaft was about this long?
Yeah. I would say, yeah, the black area part was about this long. But again, I didn't realize that there was damage until I had.
How long do you think the blade is?
Pretty long. The blade might have been about 8 inches, maybe even 10. It's a pretty long blade.
Adam insisted what happened to Silvia was nothing more than a freak accident, but the answers he gave during his interview only raised more questions.
When you pulled the spear out of her, where was your positioning in relation to her?
Where was
your
I was
body?
already,
where were you?
I was right
No,
where her
you're
face
now
was.
pulling out the spear.
So when I turn around, so I have the blankets and the back of her peeled. I see the spear, and I'm at the bedroom, the bathroom door right here. So her body is laying
This
right
is
here.
right. Let's not use this as an example because this is different than we're talking about.
Right. Well, yes and no, because
But
again,
no, so here she is on the ground, right?
right.
Right, she's on the ground,
Yes, she's on the ground.
right? She has a spear inside of her. Where are you?
I'm standing right here by her feet,
Okay.
right, and that's when I leaned over. And I was hoping it was.
So from her feet, you pulled the spear out.
Yeah.
So you were standing over her?
I was standing over her, yeah. At that point, I was.
And then what?
And once I pulled the spear out slowly, praying that it wasn't as bad as I thought, because she didn't yell.
Was she
was up.
conscious?
Yeah, she was conscious.
Was she looking at you?
I can't tell if she was or not. It was dark, but I would say she's kind of looking around, not at me, but kind of like I think she was shocked as well. You know, like what had just happened to her. And as I pulled it out, that's when I realized, oh my God, and I put my hand on her chest, and I realized I saw the blood spill on the floor. I don't know how to handle this, and so I rushed up to grab Morgan, and I just opened the door, Morgan, and I screamed out. I didn't see her. I didn't leave the room. I just opened the door and screamed out, please dial 911, please dial 911. She came in, and she started giving her...
When Morgan came in the room,
right.
Where were you?
I was already holding her wound.
Where were you? Based
At
off
this
what
point,
I'm
I'm leaning on. Now, this time, I'm on the floor with her, trying to hold it, and Morgan comes in at this point.
Show me on that little diagram there where you were, where you were when
kneeling.
Morgan came in.
I would say I was kneeling.
Where?
Right next to her.
So you're on her side.
Right here, right on her side, and I was holding it and trying to hold her head up as I saw blood was out of her throat, and I tried to pick up her head. I'm thinking maybe it'll help or something. I don't know what I was doing, but that's when Morgan came in. She already had 911 on the phone, and she began to give her CPR. I guess that's what you call it.
Were you standing up when Morgan came in? Were you kneeling down on
I
one knee?
I was just holding on to that wound. I was just holding on to that wound.
My question is, were you on a knee, on both knees?
I think I on my
or
legs.
standing straight up?
No, I wasn't standing straight
forward.
up. I was laid down. That's why I had blood all over here. So my whole side was laying down, holding it and holding her.
And you were on
the floor next to her.
So basically what you're showing me there, you're on Silvia's right side.
Yes, on the right side. So I'm holding her.
You don't have to.
No, because I'm trying to remember. I don't want to, I don't want to get false. Like I don't want.
No, I'm just trying to get the whole picture,
I'm trying to remember it too, because for me it was very shocking.
Yeah, I'm sure it was very traumatic.
Very shocking. So stupid. It was so stupid.
Adam Crespo was charged with second-degree murder in the death of his girlfriend, Silvia. The case, however, wouldn't make its way in front of a jury until 6 years later. While Adam's defense attorneys claimed this wasn't intentional, jurors saw evidence of a volatile relationship between Adam and Silvia, including this disturbing cell phone video taken right before Silvia's death.
I don't think I'm superior. I think I want you out of my room. So leave.
Do it.
Please leave.
Do it.
I don't want to do it.
Do it.
You need to do it. You need to leave. You're too angry. You're too up. You're too pissed off.
I want to sleep, and I'm
No, sleep outside.
sleeping, and he's still gonna threaten me and physically. Yeah,
please
yeah,
leave.
here he is. There he is.
Please leave.
And he's gonna threaten me,
Yes,
and he's gonna physically.
please leave.
He's gonna physically violate me because I'm literally sleeping.
You're
on the bed.
literally in my bed, in my room, and in my house. Please leave. Because technically I could shoot your if you keep
Go
doing
ahead,
this.
do it. Shoot my
Leave.
Shoot my Go ahead. Beat me
Silvia,
up and shoot me.
Save your
Shoot me up.
Listen.
Shoot me up.
Save your
and-
guest problems. Your guest doesn't want to see this. I don't want to show it to her. Please just go. Save her the stress.
If you shoot me, it will be your
I don't want to
favor.
shoot you. I want you
If he
to
shoots
leave.
me, It'll be a favor because living with him is a nightmare. Go ahead, shoot me.
If it's a nightmare,
Shoot
leave.
me. Shoot me. Shoot me.
Just leave.
You say you're gonna shoot me? Shoot me.
I
shoot
said
me.
I could.
No, shoot me. Shoot
Hey,
me.
you're
I'm
violating
not
my
living here
rights.
until you shoot me. No. Shoot me. Shoot me.
Your
Or
friend-
physically, he's gonna physically drag me because he's so insecure. He's gonna do that. Go ahead.
Sylvia, you're insecure.
And by the way, sending this.
Notice how at the very beginning of this clip, you can spot one of the spears at the end of the bed frame. During trial, prosecutors even brought in the bed frame to present to the jury as evidence. A crime scene reconstruction expert testified he reenacted all the different ways Adam said Silvia could have been stabbed. But remember, Adam claimed Silvia could have died from anything from an accident to self-inflicted injuries. But Adam's version of events just weren't matching the evidence.
What direction, based on your experience for 30 years in crime scene reconstruction, can you tell that this spear broke? In what direction?
Well, it would have all been going this way.
Adam chose not to take the stand in his own defense during trial. When the jury deliberated on the case, it took them less than 2 hours to come back with a decision, and they found him guilty of murder. October 31st, 2025. That was the day Adam learned his fate. He reportedly didn't say much at his sentencing hearing, only telling the court he still loved Silvia and regretted his actions from that night. While the defense pushed for a 20-year sentence, a Florida judge disagreed and sentenced him to life in prison. Online records show Adam Crespo is serving his sentence at the Martin Correctional Institution in Florida. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Inside the Crime. I'm Elizabeth Millner.